Tornadoes! Just the word sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it? These swirling vortexes of wind are some of nature's most destructive forces, but there's a strange beauty to them, a mesmerizing dance of power and danger. Imagine a dark, stormy sky. The air is thick with tension, charged with electricity. Suddenly, a funnel cloud descends, a swirling column of dust and debris. It's a sight that inspires both awe and fear. The roar of a tornado is deafening, like a freight train. The wind whips and howls, tearing at everything in its path. It's a symphony of destruction, a raw display of nature's might. But even in their fury, there's a strange beauty to tornadoes. The way they twist and turn, it's a mesmerizing spectacle. Even in the most terrifying forces, there can be a strange and awe-inspiring beauty. Now, you might be wondering what causes these whirling dervishes of destruction? How do they form? Well, it all starts with a thunderstorm. But not just any thunderstorm, mind you, a special kind called a supercell. Supercells are like the monster trucks of thunderstorms. Big, powerful, and capable of some serious damage. They have something called an updraft, which is a powerful column of rising air. This updraft acts like a giant straw, sucking up warm, moist air from the ground. Now, as this warm air rises, it cools and condenses, forming thunderclouds. But here's the kicker. Sometimes the wind at different heights within the storm starts blowing at different speeds and in different directions. This creates something called wind shear. Imagine taking a washcloth and twisting the top while holding the bottom still. That twisting motion is similar to what happens with wind shear. It creates a rotating column of air within the storm cloud, and that, my friends, is the beginning of a tornado. Tornadoes come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Some are slender and rope-like, while others are massive and wedge-shaped. And let me tell you, these swirling behemoths can pack some serious punch. The Fujita scale, or F scale for short, is how we measure a tornado's intensity. It ranges from F0, the weakest, to F5, the most powerful. An F5 tornado is a force of nature unlike any other, with winds exceeding 200 miles per hour. Now that's faster than a cheetah. In fact, the highest wind speed ever recorded on Earth was during an F5 tornado, a whopping 302 miles per hour. That's like a jumbo jet with a serious case of the zoomies. Tornadoes aren't just fast, they can be surprisingly long-lived, too. While the average tornado only lasts for a few minutes, some can stay on the ground for much longer, carving paths of destruction for miles. The longest-lasting tornado on record wreaked havoc for over 2 hours. Talk about a bad day. Section 4. Understanding the twist everyday science behind the spin. Now you might be thinking, Bill, how come those tornadoes spin? What's the science behind that? Well, it all comes down to something called angular momentum. Think about an ice skater spinning. When their arms are outstretched, they spin slowly. But when they pull their arms in close to their body, they spin much faster. Why? Angular momentum. You see, the amount of angular momentum stays the same, but the way it's distributed changes. When the skater pulls their arms in, their mass is closer to their axis of rotation, causing them to spin faster. The same principle applies to tornadoes. As the swirling air in the storm cloud gets pulled inward towards the center of the updraft, its rotation speed increases. It's like nature's own spinning top, whipping itself into a frenzy. Section 5. When the sirens scream, seeking shelter from the storm. Tornadoes are a serious force of nature. Knowing what to do can make all the difference. Let's talk about safety, because knowledge is power. The first line of defense is knowing the signs. Look out for a dark greenish sky, a large dark low-lying cloud, and a loud roar like a freight train. If you see these signs, take cover. The safest place is a basement or storm cellar. If not, go to the lowest level and find an interior room without windows, like a closet or bathroom. Get low and cover your head and neck. If you're in a mobile home, evacuate to sturdier shelter. Mobile homes are vulnerable to tornadoes. Remember, be prepared. Have a plan with your family and make sure everyone knows what to do. Stay informed by listening to weather reports. Section 6. Nature's raw power, a force to respect. Tornadoes are a humbling reminder of the awesome power of nature. They are forces of destruction, capable of reshaping landscapes and leaving a path of devastation in their wake. But even in their fury, there's a beauty. Forces at play on our planet. We may never be able to control these swirling behemoths, but we can learn to respect them. By understanding how tornadoes form, how they behave, and how to stay safe when they threaten, we can coexist with these powerful forces of nature. So, the next time you see a dark, stormy sky, remember the power that it holds. Respect the fury of the funnel, marvel at its terrifying beauty, and be prepared to weather the storm. Because nature, in all its awe-inspiring wonder, is a force to be reckoned with.